So, you thought that you would rob me, did you? Well, you better take a seat, hadn't you? Go on. Sit down. I insist. Don't worry. This isn't a DOS house. You can sit down here. You can even sleep. The plot won't find you here. Go on. Now, you're going to be nice for a minute. Or am I going to have to shoot you? Glad to hear it, mate. So, let me guess. You heard stories about an old general down on his luck, sinking in fires and opium. Am I close? But that old general, well, he brought back with him a bit of bullion on his way back from Shanghai. And you thought to yourself, well, why don't I pop down to that dangerous part of Soho and cause a bit of danger myself? Am I right? Well, I can't be too far off, can I? You're not exactly dressed for the establishment, eh? Don't fear me, old mucker. No, I admire those who seek out fortune, even if it isn't their own. But from my experience, rather than finding fortune ourselves, fortune tends to find us instead. Pardon me. old Horace have called it. Serendipity, I suppose. You sought fortune, and fortune found you. Now I am not a thief, but I am an opium eater, and my habit is not without its cost, physical and fiscal. And while I could shoot you and take your belongings, it'd be an awful mess, and I fear that my gracious hosts would bid me to outstay my welcome. And then where would I go? Back to the army? I don't think so. And so, rather than rob you blind, I'll rob you to your face, clearly seen. I will take your money, but provide a service in return. Therefore no crime has been committed. Think yourself fortunate. I could kill you for trying to rob me, but I'm giving you something much more valuable in return. So, fork it over. Ooh, haggling. How peculiar, how vulgar, how brave. 40 shillings. Oh, I take paper currency. Ah, yes. His Royal Highness. This looks about right. And so, do you wonder what I mean? To give you your fortune that cannot be seen. To tell you things that you didn't know about yourself. The cards, my friend. The tarot shelf. Oh, you can call it hogwash all you want. But there's more to it than you realise. Whether or not you believe, the cards can guide. They can lead you to realisations that would not have been illuminated if not for this light. You can take it or leave it. Leave here 40 bob poorer, or stay a while and leave with your soul enriched, wealthier and healthier. Oh, I'm a gentleman for sure. I thought as much. Before we begin, you must ask yourself what you would like to know. 2 things. 1, what your question about your life is. Could be a problem. Your fears. Something you want to overcome. Perhaps your criminal ways. The second question you must ask yourself is yes or no. in terms of the response. Ask yourself a yes or no question, and by the end of the reading, after the 8th card, you will have your answer and you'll know what to do. How reasonable a man am I to offer you this, in light of your initial intent, to provide you a place of rest, for which you are more than welcome to stay, and, if you wish, join me in partaking of the pipe. But no. First, the cards, which I shall shuffle. Split the deck. Thank you. Now, please draw your first card and hand it to me the way up that it is drawn. And have you asked yourself the questions? Good. Hand it to me. Death. How does that make you feel? Death. Well, the first card is what worries you the most. Is the thing that you think you know about. The thing you think is the thing that you should be most concerned about, but perhaps isn't. And he could say, well, death, are we not all fearful of it? The thing that will chase us all down eventually, leave us to rot. Yes. But death, in the cards, in the arcana, is not the end. Quite the opposite. It's the beginning. For you, death represents a change, something new, something unprecedented, something beyond your control. Your primary concern is something changing, something beyond your control. And we will work to find out how you can best that thing. Please, draw another card and pass it to me the way it is turned. The Fool. Reversed. An upside down man. Rather like the person who was here in front of me a moment ago. This card, the second card, represents what you are looking for guidance for, what it is you want to know, and how it can help you. The other way around, the Fool may represent naivete, indirection, spontaneity. Reversed, it's quite the opposite. You are holding something back, adverse to taking risks. You relax, perhaps too much. Complacency is your malady, and you are not dauntless or reckless enough. Does that sound right? The next card, the third card, is what you are most worried or insecure about. Please pass it to me the way it is turned. Oh. The Hanged Man. But, as you can see, it is not hanged as such, but standing straight. It's the reverse of the card again. In of itself it doesn't mean much, don't worry. But the reversed hangman means that you are currently insecure about stalling, waiting, your own indecision, resistance, delays, being at the behest of the time of others when really it should be your own that you manage. Perhaps this is why you drew the reversed Fool to begin with. A card indicating that you are holding back. Perhaps you are holding back because you feel that you are stalling or that you are delayed by others. Regardless, you are insecure in your decision making and should perhaps exhibit more confidence as such. The next card, please. Look at this happy chappy. It's the 9 of Cups. This card represents the thing you have that you are not even aware of, that you do not even know that you have. In this case, it is the fact that this happy chappy with all his 9 cups has everything that he already needs. This relates to you to the extent that you have everything you need at your disposal, everything you need to succeed. You just haven't worked out how to use it yet. Next card. This card is the one that will show you how to face your fears and overcome them. The Tower. It burns. It collapses. It falls. This does not represent destruction or the crumbling of ideas or even failure. Quite the contrary. It represents the need to embrace change, not to fear it. As sudden as change can be, as sudden as it can crash down around you like the world falling apart. Fall with it and rise again. Face and embrace the change in your life, and your worries will subside. Next card. This will be your guidance on how to experience a life free of worry, how to move forward on the journey that you are already on. the Star. A beautiful card. This means that you have cosmic protection. Even the current difficulties, I imagine financial given your circumstances, are temporary and will pass. You have good luck and good fortune that should come your way. Perhaps your encounter with me is testament to that, given that I didn't shoot you in the face. Next card. This is how to deal with your current situation. The world. We all travel the world. We go places thinking that we are going to find ourselves, but we end up coming back an entirely different person. The world does not represent the world as we know it, but fulfillment and success. It represents a balance and stability. Essentially, it means that if you have goals, even nefarious ones, you should follow them through until completion. And your final card, please. This is the result of your reading. The Ace of Pentacles. Ironically, this means that you will be victorious in all battles that you face. You should show no fear, for you will always succeed. But please exercise prudence in your choices and decisions. It also means that you will receive something that you did not expect to get. I told you that the final card would reveal the answer to your yes-no question. Well, my friend, the answer to your yes-no question answer is yes, unequivocally, stupendously, serendipitously, yes. Whatever your question was, however ridiculous or redundant, ambitious or proud, yes. Yes. To conclude, challenge yourself. Do not fear change. Embrace it. Set goals among this chaos and follow them through. Because if you choose a goal, you will achieve it. But in order to do something, you have to start it. So don't dilly-dally. And don't rob old men in opium dens in Soho. The Ace of Pentacles. Your card. Keep it. I hope that's not the thing that you weren't expecting to get, but it is one at least. Now, I have some serious opium to smoke. You can join me and relax, or you can bugger off. It's up to you. Either way, after today, I do not want to see you again.